My wife told me to be more in touch with my feminine side. So I crashed the car. And then ignored her all day for no reason.
Welcome back to If You Laugh, You're Conservative.
How do you think Trump has done in his first year in office?
Great.
What do you think he's done that's so great?
To save the world.
Can you do an impression of him?
It's gonna be great.
We are gonna build a wall, and it will be huge.
I will build a wall. A big one.
China, China, China. Here's your paper towels.
Can you do an impression of the president for us?
You're fired!
So bored, I just sent a bunch of flowers to my neighbour Steve with a note that reads, I still miss you. Love, Laura. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
That is devious.
I guess his wife just found them. Sorry, Steve. I was bored.
I've noticed that Indian men tend to only date Indian women. Is that true in your case?
Not me, no. I'll date anything but.
Well, have you been with a black woman?
I've slept with one, yes.
You've slept with one.
There was a lot of oil in my bed the morning after.
How do you know it was her and not you?
Because I don't really secrete that much.
Secrete might have been the most racist word you could have used. Secrete is insane, bro.
Yeah. You should have kept that part a secret. Okay, so tell us more about it. What did you notice being with a black woman that's different than being with a white woman?
They talk a lot.
Well, you shouldn't have taken her to a movie.
You better do well with this. He's going to do it. Make sure everything is nice and clean, right, for your industry. Make America fun. Because you're not in a clean industry. Hold that up. Did Biden do news conferences like this, Peter? I don't think so.
He was never standing next to somebody who looked like they were about to be shot out of a cannon.
Looking like Evel Knievel out here.
So her ultimatum was move back to Zimbabwe with me or we divorce.
She said, I always said it was more chaotic over here.
It's more chaotic
in
here
America
than in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
What the f is Zimbabwe like? That is not how I would have pictured things. I mean,
to carry things on her head or something, like baskets?
Nah.
What the f? Red Band, stick to the wacky sound effects, Red Band. It is truly your bread and butter.
Just overtly racist.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what you just said. Did she have baskets on her head?
After they repeatedly called him a racist, Tom Homan stepped in and explained himself in the best way possible.
Let me start out by saying this. If I offend anybody today, I don't give a shit. Don't care. Yeah. The media in the back room, I'm sure I'll be reading a lot of hit pieces on me tomorrow. I don't give a shit what you think about me. I wake up every day for the last 4 years pissed off because the Biden administration took the most secure border in my lifetime and unsecured it on purpose. I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. Every president I ever worked for took steps to secure the border. Joe Biden's the first president in history of the nation who came into office and unsecured the border on purpose. So for 4 years, I wake up every day pissed off. That changed November 5th. Now I wake up every day excited because I work for the greatest president of my lifetime, Donald J. Trump.
Oh, damn.
Is bro serious?
Yo, Pia, you ready to go on this ride?
Yeah.
Do not scream. You know what happens when we scream.
Okay, I won't.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Things just went from bad to worse for Snow White, and it's shaping up to become one of the biggest bombs of all time. Okay, so Disney's live-action Snow White opened in theaters last week, and it made $42 million domestic opening weekend. But then this past weekend, it only made $14.2 million domestic, meaning it fell off by a whopping 66%. And this is really bad news for Disney because Snow White's budget was absurdly high. According to Forbes, a Disney financial disclosure revealed that Snow White's budget was $270 million. But then the New York Times reported last week that Snow White actually cost $80 million more than what Disney claimed. Conventional Hollywood wisdom states that movies need to gross 2 times their budget at the box office to turn a profit because of the cut movie theaters take, as well as marketing and other ancillary costs. Which means Snow White would have to get to about $700 million in theaters, and so far it's made $143 million total worldwide. And so if Snow White doesn't grow legs, that means it could possibly lose hundreds of millions of dollars in theaters.
Womp, 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 womp. Go woke, go broke.
Babe,
Yes.
would you still love me if I was a tank?
Well, it depends on what tank you were. I mean, you could be a Leopard 2A7, a Tiger, a Bulldog, a Chieftain, a T-34,
Okay,
a KV-1.
the first one.
Okay. So let's say you were a Leopard 2A7. I would ask you to marry me.
Does that mean you want to marry me?
Are you a Leopard 2A7?
One of my favorite interviews was when AOC was talking to that lady and she asked her to expand.
About Israel-Palestine?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Well, I believe absolutely in Israel's right to exist.
She just collapsed into herself?
It's literally like a 5th grader that didn't study.
Looked at that incident more through just as an incident.
And then they ask you about the subject, or you didn't read the book. Well, you know, it's about Billy and his dog.
What people are starting to see, at least in the occupation of Palestine, is...
But the crazy thing about that interview is that so her first comment comes off with like total authority.
I am a proponent of a two-state solution.
One little follow-up question. The question's like, well, what do you mean by that? And then you just see her get weaker and weaker.
You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What did you mean by that?
But what do you mean about that? It's like, I don't know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
And she literally goes, I'm really not the expert.
Do you think you can expand on that? I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue.
She just gave up.
That's the left's kryptonite. What do you mean by that?
How does a man get a girlfriend who's out of his league?
Let's all guess. Money. Money, money, money.
Money. Money.
Number one answer.
A nice car.
A nice car.
He's popular.
He's popular.
No. He's popular.
His looks.
His looks.
The question is, how do you get someone out of your league? Obviously, this dude's ugly.
We're gonna go and have a nice body.
Okay.
Have a nice body.
All the other answers were money, cash, credit cards, a house, a career, be a millionaire.
If you're so against the elite, why are you touting Elon Musk as a good example of
Because he's a great example. He also bought X, which saved freedom of speech in the West. He gave hundreds of millions of dollars to make sure Kamala Harris did not become president of the United States. Do you think he's done anything remarkable?
Depends on what you consider remarkable. It's
like, I don't know, launching rockets into orbit and then
he
landing
isn't
them?
the one launching the rockets. His employees are.
Okay, well, he's the inventor and the innovator of SpaceX.
He only has 4 patents to his name, not for anything related to SpaceX.
And how many do you have to your name?
I'm not trying to be Elon Musk.
Yeah, it's so easy to like criticize. I don't like Elon.
No,
He
I'm
only
not
has
trying
4
to be
patents.
him. Another unrelated thing. When was the last time you updated your Wikipedia? Because it lists your height as 6'5". Can you stand up for a moment?
But would you like me to prove it?
Yeah.
I think I'm 6'5".
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree?
Yeah.
Facts don't care about feelings, my friend.
Have you seen Charlie Kirk standing next to Donald Trump? Donald Trump's like 6'3". Obviously, Charlie Kirk is a tall dude. Elon Musk is the world's richest man. He is voluntarily running Doge. He is voluntarily doing this. Yet you have all these Democrat politicians. They make $200,000 a year for their salary, yet they're worth multi-millions. Shouldn't that be investigated?
How about some brand new technology?
This is actually a Palm PDA as well. So it's not just a watch, but it's a PDA.
Man, we've come a long way since the early 2000s.
Ojo from Motorola. He's with us live right now. All this is powered by is a broadband connection like DSL or a cable broadband connection. It's taken 25 years to get this right.
This is from Sony. I wish I had one of these in my house right now. We're on the internet wirelessly, tied to our computer wirelessly. That's cool enough, but watch this. go in here, and I'm tied to my satellite receiver watching TV.
Of course, it helps if someone else has one as well.
You've got to
You
have someone else with the same product.
Right.
Yeah, that's
All
very
right.
important.
This is live television on your cell phone.
Again, like you mentioned, the frame rate, the rate of
Do you still watch live television? Comment down below. I don't know the last time I've just flipped to a regular TV channel.
video is a little bit sluggish, but the audio is always right on.
Well, these are called the Oakley Thumb sunglasses, and not only are they sunglasses, but as you can see, they've got little earpieces in here. It's an MP3 player.
Take a look. Now, this is a $600 player, but it adds the ability to show off and play video. First time we've seen one of these screens on a portable device, and boy, the quality is so much better than LCD. It looks so good.
Read ebooks right off the screen here.
Haha, the Palm Pilot. I had one of those.
And it's a gorgeous display.
Hey, I was playing soccer with my friend over there. Like, I don't know if this is going to be recording or if you guys can see it. But, like, the truck, my dad has the same one. Like, where you get out and where the foot thing is, so, like, you can jump off of the truck and get out safely. Yeah, the ball hit right there. It hit, like, right on that, but, like, the one on the other side. And it set off the alarm for a bit, and I just want to apologize for that. I don't know if anybody's home or if they're sleeping, but I just want to apologize for that.
That kid was raised right. A soccer ball hit the truck's running board. He still came and apologized. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Watch this ultra-woke liberal woman's reaction after Charlie Kirk forces her to realize she's being scammed.
So you're in college, or have been, is that correct?
Yeah.
Are you forced to take classes that you think are a waste of time?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
you know what?
Hold on. So they're taking your money, and they're forcing you that they're a waste of time. That's kind of scammy, right?
Oh, I think that some classes
Ooh, some. So you have to probably go in debt, right?
depends.
Okay.
on what college you go to
Are you
and-
going into debt?
No.
Okay, well, that's good.
I picked a school that actually offered me a scholarship.
Oh,
and
so
I
someone
picked a
else is
school
paying
that
for your
was good.
college. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Depends on me. I mean, that was
No, I'm
just
sorry,
a school
that's
that wanted
fine.
to give me an opportunity. But that's not what we're talking about.
Well,
we're talking
it is. No, we're
about
talking
is
about the scam element, right? So you
Right.
said that there are some classes that if students had to go into debt or had to pay for,
Right.
would not be a good use of their time. So it's not representing students well.
In a lot of other countries, college is 3 years. You don't have to take a year of prerequisites, your generals, whatever. That's just a cash grab because college is a scam. I also had to take diversity in the workplace and women in the workforce. How does that have anything to do with a degree in marketing? I riddle you that, Batman.
I saw this video of you. Congratulations on the body transformation.
Oh, I've seen this before. This is not AI. This is genuinely just a bigger dude that looks exactly like Bobby Lee.
The top comment.
I know that there is also another Snow White that I think you guys want me to talk about. I am sorry that has not been addressed sooner, but I just
Yeah, what's happening with this since she left the comments section?
want to say, from me, unfortunately, the only thing I can really say is that that is not my story to tell.
You know what? There you go. Rachel Zegler, learn from Brett. Just shut the hell up. Just be quiet.
Those are not my updates to give. And in the film industry, when you are an actor, when you sign one of these contracts in the entertainment industry, I think a lot of people on the outside think that, you know, if you are somebody who, you know, has a lot of publicity around you and your name is attached to a project, that means that you have a ton of control or a ton of intel. But usually that is not the case. As an actor, you don't get to dictate anything. You don't get to dictate if a film actually happens. You don't get to dictate when it is shot, how it is shot, if you can ever speak about it to the public. You are simply just there to show up and say your lines and look the way they want you to look. That is our job, and that was my job on this production. So again, that's really all I can say. Which honestly kind of seems like maybe this path that I'm taking right now is the path that Rachel Zegler should have taken instead of just running her mouth for the last 3 years.
Watch how Candace Owen takes down this woke claim with common sense.
You grew up in a black neighborhood, right? People, I know you know somebody named Peanut, right?
Yeah.
You're right. You don't say, well, that's not your legal name. Your mama named you Joe. I'm going to call you Joe.
No, I'm saying if a name is one thing, but if you're asking me to change pronouns, I'm not going to do that because these are established pronouns. You're asking me to now change the English language, right? We know why we call female, she, her, girl, woman, okay? These are
But what do you
words
get
that
for that? I
have
guess
meanings.
what I'm
These are
trying to
words that have meanings. So this is a book. right? So could you call this is a book and this is a mug? Could you call this a book and call this a mug? Yes, you could do that if you want to change it, but words have meanings. So now if I switch it and you say, well, this mug wants to be called a book, it's a mug, just a mug. This is the word we've established for mugs, this is the word we've established for books. So you're asking me to change the actual meaning of words to accommodate you. I'm not going to do that.
No,
I'm not going to do that. It is, because not only is it a request, you can now get in trouble in certain states for misgendering someone.
I think most conservatives are okay with calling a Joe a Josephina, right? If that's what they want their name to be, that's great. But if we're referring to them as a she, her instead of a he, him, that's where the issue is, because we're fundamentally changing the English language and how we define things. Name yourself whatever you want. But if I have to call you she, her when you were born a dude, you're going to have to call me your Royal Highness.
There's video of Tim Walsh doing the exact same thing.
Right.
Exact same thing. And he said, of course, it's a Nazi salute. He said that.
Right.
We spent 3 days debating, having them trying to debate that President Musk gave a Nazi salute. Of course he did. But that is a distraction.
This is how crazy things have gotten. Like,
It's coordinated propaganda.
Yep.
I am 74 years old. Life expectancy for men is 76 years. Life expectancy for women is 81 years. I figure if I transition...
This is Andy Huggins, if you want to see more. This dude is hilarious.
Mr. President, in talking about the continuing recession tonight, you have blamed mistakes of the past, and you have blamed the Congress. Does any of the blame belong to you?
Yes, because for many years I was a Democrat.
They showed a photo of Kelly McGillis. She was his co-star in Top Gun. The two of them together back then, and then what they look like side by side now.
Yeah.
And she's...
Oh, yours have been pretty rough to her. Let's be honest.
You know, what she would call age appropriate. She sort of let herself go a little bit.
Sure.
And he looks like he may be aged 5 years.
Yep.
That motherfucker is like the best aged actor of all time.
Him, Keanu Reeves.
Are you coming to the street?
Yeah, Jeff Bezos has one of the tallest fences in America. He just pays the fines on it. He's not taking it down. What does he care? Remember, they only want walls around their homes, not at the border.
He hilariously highlights the racism of Democrats.
Sitting with me today is my global entry card, my military ID card, my Texas driver's license, my Texas license to carry, because that's how we roll in Texas.
Remember, folks, it's racist to require ID from black voters.
My congressional card, and of course, the good old-fashioned American passport. What sorcery is this? What am I, the Black Houdini? How was I able to pull off the impossible and attain not one, not two, not three, but 6 government issue IDs? Personal responsibility in this country.
Yep.
Well, you're right then.
Sir, I hope you're not coming here to order some chicken.
Well, what's KFC? No, of course I am.
I'm a vegan,
Okay.
and by going in here to purchase chicken, you are assisting in the murder of countless chickens.
Okay, but I'm literally just getting...
No, I'm sorry, but I cannot, in good conscience, allow you to go in there for some chicken.
Okay, can you not just go?
No.
Okay, how about if I don't get any chicken?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll have the 6-piece bucket, please.
Is she coming back?
What is your ethnicity, Kojak Kareem's?
Ancestry says that I am 70% black and 30% Scottish.
Oh.
To get those numbers, you'd have to have that happening repeatedly. It just seems like a weird combination to happen through the generation. Am I wrong?
No,
50-50, you'd go, I understand that. 70-30, it's got to have happened like 4 times in different ways, back and forward, black and Scottish.
He's mostly black. He's like Travis Scottish.
I need to introduce you to Chet Hanks, who is the controversial son of America's dad, Tom Hanks. Chet sat down with comedian and talk show host Z-Way, and it was epic. because he refused to apologize. Just watch.
Let's talk about White Boy Summer. Hot boy, white boy summer. Can you tell us how that's different from the past 400 summers in American history?
I guess not. I don't know.
She's already trying to make him uncomfortable. She's already kind of trying to back him into a corner.
Are there any marginalized communities you want to apologize to? I don't know, maybe the Patois community?
Nah.
You don't see it as cultural appropriation. You see it as like a celebration of culture.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like social justice warriors can like go kick rocks.
Yeah.
You said it, lady, not me.
Social justice warriors can kick rocks.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm Korean.
Gross. Ew.
Wow. Hans, what else has been going on in your world?
I recently went over to Brian Redband's house, and I owe him $10,000.
More than that, you've had like 3 parking tickets since you got my car with my license plates on it.
What a shitty story. What a dumb, boring story. You brought us here. You're going to talk about parking tickets. Of course he's getting parking tickets. He is very Asian.
Do you always get a lot of parking tickets, Hans?
Yes.
This woman is sitting in an odd position on a mysterious object, while someone even helped buckle her in. It quickly went viral, but no one could figure out what they were watching. Many believed it was part of training for airline staff. But the real answer was much simpler and surprising.
Is there a link for this somewhere? Just asking for a friend.
The video wasn't about safety training at all. It was actually an art project by an artist named Anna Udenberg, and the artwork's main message was about how technology shapes our lives and how much control we give to algorithms. And that's why
I was actually a cheerleader at Michigan.
Wow, so you were throwing little white girls up in the air.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Living MLK's dream. I think that was part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What years were you there? So I cheered from 2013 to 2015. When you guys won the Natty, Cardale Jones.
That's us.
Yeah, like, so he literally ran a touchdown to my face and said, "Oh, Buckeyes." And I was like, damn, bro, that's
right.
That's got to be the worst time to be a male cheerleader. When a quarterback from the other team's like, what's up? Got a megaphone in your hand, like,
I had
I never thought about that. Opposing player run to the sideline, seeing you, be like, what's up? That's devastating.
Did you see the video of the people all leaving at noon?
And at 12 o'clock on the dot, every protester in Texas just got up and left at the same time.
They left the protest exactly at noon.
So what's going on here?
That was one of the things that people said, well, this is evidence of a coordination.
Are you being paid to be here?
Go and Google it. No.
These people are being paid for a certain amount of time, and then they leave.
What's your day rate for attending this?
What are you being paid to be here?
But that's not illegal. That's what's crazy. So you can hire someone to go fuck with your business, and it's not illegal. And you can say it's a protest, and you can give them signs.
People get paid to be Democrat.
They get paid.
I think it's pretty clear what Elon's play is here.
There's a lot of strangely wealthy members of Congress.
It's a real job. You can get real money, much more money than you make working at McDonald's, to just show up and grab a sign and get in the stands.
I'm trying to connect the dots of how did they become rich.
And so you can get 24,000 people, you have to pay them.
How'd they get 20 million if they're earning 200,000 a year?
But if you do, they'll go, and you can just keep doing that if you have an insane amount of money.
Okay, like if I didn't want to buy that poster, like make me try to buy that poster. What do you think
Tony collabing with iShowSpeed. This guy's moving up in the world.
about this? Do you like this? A little bit.
Anyways, take a look at this LED dioxide right here. Come with minimum 3 years warranty, no MOQ. Shipping all over the world. Any size and shape can be fully customized. Made by LC Shine.
I'd like to see you transition to a woman and fight women.
It'd be a lot of fun.
To have, 12 murder charges?
Just devastate the division.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, of course not.
That man who became a woman, who started fighting in MMA, fought 2 women before ever disclosing the fact that she used to be a man.
Does she still fight?
She hasn't in a while. Now everybody knows. She lost to a woman.
She did?
Yeah, an actual woman. Yeah, I said actual. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is a woman?
A real woman is one that's got a and all that. I'm a cross
Hey, he's got it right.
dresser. I'm a man. I really am. The only way a man could be a woman is if they had the surgery, I don't want to do that.
Almost had it right.
Erivo accepted an award at the GLAAD Awards, and in that acceptance speech, she gave such a narcissistic outlook on herself and on her they-them pronouns.
It isn't easy. Waking up and choosing to be yourself
teaching people on a daily basis how to address you, and dealing with the frustration of reteaching people a word that has been in the human vocabulary since the dawn of time.
It's not easy shaving my head bald and putting on nails that are 5,000 centimeters long.
They, them.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Words used to describe pedantically two or more people. Poetically, a person who is simply more.
Cynthia, you are not more than any other human being who is walking around on this earth. And that's exactly why a lot of people have problems with they, them pronouns. I've listened to Cynthia Erivo. I've seen her best moments, her worst moments.
Somebody's got to fix this problem. I don't know what it is.
Which problem?
The bums.
Yeah, I say arm them.
There's a lot of bums.
Warriors.
Arm 'em.
I don't like using the term bums, okay? I like using the term boots on the ground.
Those are boots on the ground.
Heroes of society and stepdads.
The bum army is going to be tough to control.
You know, this guy was an extremely good high school wrestler. So was his brother.
Really?
That's true.
Yeah.
What weight? No, you guess the weight. Guess the weight.
I thought sumo was one weight.
Bro, very funny.
Brilliant catch, man.
Pakistan Patan. Today we have to the border in Afghanistan. We near have to the Afghani OCC border area. We have to.
I can almost understand him.
The rocket launcher firing after the people 35-1 to the Boston.
That place is on.
This sounds like you don't want Ukraine to win.
Oh,
Hey, I want Ukraine to win, but I'll tell you what, Joe. If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a wonderful Christmas. You know?
If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a wonderful Christmas.
What do you do for work? What have you done in the past? Let me guess. You worked at some cell phone kiosks or something like that.
No. That's his people.
We're very picky about who we employ.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
We know who we can trust.
Yeah.
Up. See, I'm going home. I don't like none of this. I'm uncomfortable.
They're not like this in Shreveport, Louisiana?
No.
What are they like in Shreveport?
Well,
I'll tell you where I'm scratching off my tour.
You should come.
I can't travel without my wallet, and I don't want to bring my wallet, or else there will be no wallet. I'll end up stuck in Shreveport, because without an ID, you can't get on an airplane nowadays because of these people, am I right?
Those were the other ones.
I need somebody to open this phone.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Hey, give me 1 second.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
I can't get it
No,
open.
that's totally fine. I don't mind helping you. Come over anytime you need some help. Give me a little trouble, too. There we go.
Okay, thank you so
Aw.
much.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good day.
I live across
That's sweet. That's sweet.
the street.
That's not a problem. You help yourself anytime you need some help.
I actually thought the most important part of your set was when you did stop. I'm serious. I'm very serious. This is advice somebody gave me once, and it changed the way I wrote.
Yeah, the advice Joe got, and then he stopped doing comedy and opened up a sandwich shop. So
That was the advice.
that was the advice.
They were like, please do something else.
They're like, you know what you'd be better at? Cold cuts.
I am this close to opening a hot dog stand. Try me.
See, I honestly.
Soundboard.
Perfect.
When an Arizona man noticed two police officers right outside his home, he was concerned that something wasn't right.
Is this real? Is this real or fake? Real. Real turf? It's real grass.
My man.
What? What are these little pins holding it down? Are there sprinklers? Okay, that's like legit nice grass. You know that we think the grass is nice. 129. Okay.
Oh, man. You know, this is just a typical Sunday afternoon conversation for us dudes.
Hi. Bomber Dad home?
That's me.
I apologize. Well, congrats.
I just turned 30.
Oh, good for her. Oh.
Did you call me bitch? Yeah. Why?
Your mom looks like a dog. You snore too damn loud. If you don't snore tonight, I promise I will bring you to the beach tomorrow. Deal?
I bet.
I need to tell you something, but you gotta come here so I can whisper it to you. You look like a potato.
You want some cookies? Okay.
Did you hear about the neighbor? Sugar dog's pregnant. She's gonna have 9 puppies. You know anything about that, buddy? Am I walking you or you walking me? Oh, I'm walking you.
No, you're not getting dinner. You're bad. Go close the door.
He's been relentless, really, ever since.
Yeah, well, Bill, when he showed up at the White House, he had actually brought a list of insults Trump had said about him and gave it to Trump. And what did he do? He signed it.
Nice.
Which is very Trumpian.
Bill Maher, he's starting to see the light, coming over to the light side.
And they laughed and they laughed. Kudos to Maher. You know, he knows this is going to burn whatever bridge that remains with the tolerant left.
No, you don't understand. Like, my mom died 2 days ago.
Oh my God.
Right? And she goes, she's the biggest Bad Friends fan. And
Was. I'm just saying.
Anatomy doesn't make you a man or a woman. It is what you are on the inside, and it's how you portray yourself.
So you can have a and still be a woman.
You can.
Excuse me? You're beautiful. I need your number. No, her. Excuse me. I need your number. You're beautiful. Yeah, you. Can I get your number?
Nice. Just line them up.
Let me ask you this, though, because I'm excited about this one. Here we go. Why don't you tell me the blackest thing about you? Oh, yes. I am the best host in all of comedy.
Tony, that's a great question, but the answer's going to be so white.
Well, I mean,
No, I have a good one.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, she has a good one. Can I get a spotlight? Here we are, live in Austin, Texas, with the whitest white woman we've ever met, and this is the blackest thing about her.
I shop at Ross.
He's a 10, but he voted for Biden.
He's a 0.
Why?
I really don't like Biden.
I hate your stinking guts.
How would you describe some of the guy's characteristics?
He's probably a pussy and he's probably not very smart. He's more than likely gay.
Damn! Would you rather protect women's rights or have lower taxes?
Have lower taxes.
Why?
Because I think women already have enough rights and our taxes are so.
You smart. You very smart.
I don't think I could do the vocal fry, though.
I think that women are supposed to just be happy and like be able to be with their children and take care of their family.
All right, you heard it here first.
That's right, I said it.
Rachel Zegler, thanks for coming on my show. I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. So you recently starred in the movie Snow White. Tell me, what was it like to play Snow Latina?
First of all, Steven, it was weird. But I did enjoy reimagining the character as a woke Colombian woman who looks like a fish.
Well, I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. Are you surprised that everyone hates the movie?
Not at all. Society is far too racist and misogynist to appreciate the reimagining of a classic Disney princess as an ugly Colombian chick.
I sold out years ago and I'm a coward. You don't think making the movie a woke piece of garbage has anything to do with people hating it?
Not really. The original story has Snow White falling in love with a prince, but in the remake that's super weird and makes no sense. What kind of prince would fall for a woke Colombian woman who looks like a fish?
Wow, I sold out years ago and I'm a coward.
Thanks, Stephen.
You guys were asking in the last video where this cartoon is from. It's from Al Berry at The Al Berry Show. I'll link his channel in the description down below. What video made you laugh? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Conservative Vibes. I'm CV, and I'll see you in the next video.